Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. Video number 6, guys, which simply means I'm doing the 6th video from the November 2023 Mathematics Paper 1, which was written in the province of Gauteng. Uh, it, just know that there's a full playlist, guys, whereby you can find all the questions. Just click the link below. It will direct you to the full playlist. You can download the questions. You can download the questions and answer them with me. Or if you cannot find the questions on the internet, just take a screenshot over here and then answer the questions. Okay, question 6. We are given the graph of f, okay, and then we are being asked to write the domain. Just know that the domain of an exponential function, always the time, ne? X is an element of real numbers. X is an element of real numbers unless your graph has been restricted. But if your graph is not restricted, just know that X is an element of real numbers. Okay, now we are asked to write down the equation of asymptotes of f. If our graph is given to us like this, a multiplied by bx plus q, the value of q is the one that tells us about asymptotes, right? So since we don't have the value of q over there, we'll simply say the equation for asymptotes is y is equal to 0. Are you together? And then 6.3, we are told that if b is equal to 3 over 4, calculate the value of a. I have f of x over there. A multiplied by the value of b, which is 3 over 4 to the power x. I'm supposed to find the value of a. I can substitute the point there on my graph. I know that y is equal to 144 whenever x is equal to 2. Are we together? So I'll simply have 144 is equal to 9a all over 16. Whenever I multiply both sides by 16, 144 times 16, this will give me 9a is equal to 2304. Then divide by 9. The value of a is 256. Okay, a is 256. Okay, the graph of g is obtained by reflecting the graph of f in the y-axis. Write down the equation of g. Okay, f of x is equal to 256 3 over 4x, right? Whenever you reflect your graph in the y-axis, you are always changing the sign of x, right? So this will be just 256 3 over 4 to the power negative x. Now we are finding uchi of x, right? Uchi of x, okay, let me just don't skip the steps. We find uchi of x by whenever we reflect on the y-axis, we are changing the sign of x. So we'll simply have f of negative x, then g of x will be equal to 256 multiplied by 3 over 4 to the power negative x. This can be written as 256. To make our exponent to be positive, we can just flip the number that is inside the bracket. This will be 4 over 3 to the power x. And then that will be the equation of g. G of x is simply 256 multiplied by 4 over 3 to the power x. Okay, is g an increasing or a decreasing function? If you draw the graph of g, okay, the graph of g is the reflection of the graph of f on the y-axis, right? which simply means that the graph of G will be like this, because it's reflected on the y-axis, right? Okay, is G increasing or not? I would say G is increasing. Why am I saying that? Because as x increases whenever you move towards the right, because as x increases, the graphs keep on going up, which simply means y increases as well. Are you together? But even if you're checking like by just looking at the function, you can see that the more you move towards the right, your graph keeps on going up, which simply means your graph is increasing, right? So this thing basically means that the graph of G will be forever increasing, because as x increases, y keeps on increasing as well. Are you together? So G is increasing because as x increases, y keeps on increasing as well. Now you're supposed to prove that f of x squared minus f of minus x squared is equal to this. Okay, let's find out. Remember that our f of x was equal to a multiplied by b to the x all squared, ne? Minus, that means here I'll simply have a multiplied by b to the power negative x squared. Okay, this is equal to a squared multiplied by b to the power 2x minus a squared multiplied by b to the power negative 2x. Okay, I can write this thing as a multiplied by a times b to the power 2x minus a multiplied by a times b to the power negative 2x. Are you together? For this part over here, guys, I can simply conclude that for f of x, for me to find f of 2x, from f of x, for me to find f of 2x, I will just say a multiplied by b. Whenever I see x, I'll just substitute 2x like that, né? So this thing simply means that I have a multiplied by f of 2x minus, same thing, same applies here. This is a multiplied by f of negative 2x, because whenever I see x, I'll just substitute negative 2x, and then I'll basically have that. So now I know that my left hand side is equal to the right hand side. I've just proven that for all values of x. Thank you, guys. You can subscribe, you are more than welcome to do so, and like every video you come across.